Yes, thank you so much, guys, for staying here with us. We have joining us this afternoon an entrepreneur, model, actor, and now he is a reality star. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Big Brother Naija, no lose guard, ex-housemate Shaun of the Shatoria pair. Smith Shaun. Yes. How's it going?
Also, can I thank you for that intro? That's an amazing intro.
Great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So what's this tattoo? I really like it.
So I'm really big into like aliens and space stuff.
Oh.
But like a bit of UFO, meteors, like a reflection of like the world kind of ending, and I got like
Oh, I see Africa.
yeah, Africa, the world, and like an angel. So
Interesting.
I'm just kind of into that type of stuff.
Interesting. You cut across as somebody who's very blunt. I mean, who does not waste time doing anything, like just getting into the house and then just getting into a relationship straight.
Just like that. He knows
just
what he
like
wants.
that. So when people were thinking, Abi, is it a plan? Is that a strategy or something of that sort? What do you have to say about that?
To be fair, I didn't really come in the house with a strategy, to be fair.
Oh, really?
Maybe in hindsight, maybe I should have, because I think some people did. I just kind of went there to be myself, but it was like a natural connection that we just built.
Okay.
So friends, we were friends first before anything, and whatever happens on the outside, we'll always be friends because we respect each other. Like, I care about her, she cares about me. So it was a natural connection, and that's how we just kind of blossomed into what it was.
Okay.
Okay, so going into the Big Brother house, a lot of people had plans and they had things that they wanted to achieve or things that they expected to happen. You went into the Big Brother house, you've been out for a while. Do you feel like you've been able to achieve what you wanted to achieve going into the house?
Yeah, so I went into the house to get a platform.
Okay.
It wasn't necessary to be like the biggest, most followed person or whatever the case is. I just knew I needed to be seen, get a platform, and then build my career and do the different things that I want to do. So I knew that once I kind of walked on that stage, I knew that the sky was the limit. I didn't know how the end result was going to be, whether I'll be in the final or whatever the case is. But
Interesting.
I just needed the eyes, and then I'm not ready to soar.
So for somebody who lives in London, or should I say used to live in London, are you here to stay?
Yeah, so obviously I'm transitioning back to Lagos.
nice.
Before now I used to be here all the time.
Maybe because I would have asked, so what would you think of Big Brother Naija?
Exactly.
If you live in London and then you come here, and then your pair, like your partner, Victoria. Okay, let's just get into that already. So it looked to me like you guys just saw each other and you just felt like, okay, you know what? They said this is what the requirements are. Let's just get into it together. It was looking to me like, was there really any friendship as such? Because it was like oil and water, like there was a friction of some sort.
I think people need to see it as when like they have friends on the outside and they fight. Sometimes you might just not be in the moments where you're getting along, but it doesn't mean you're not friends. I think every time people have friendships, you're not going to be smooth the whole way through. So it just happened to be just before we came in, we had a little bit of a rocky time. So we were trying to figure it out as soon as we got in, but obviously the whole world is watching. So it's easy to judge and create certain narratives. But we're still friends, we're still cool. She's doing her thing. She's been doing a media round and she's doing well for herself. So.
Okay, so you're going into the Big Brother house. Obviously, it's not your first time being on a reality show. You've done other reality shows. So should we say you're an expert in the reality show world? So let's talk about the reality shows you've done before and how that went.
So, I've done Blue Therapy. Just maybe like
Blue Therapy is actually fantastic.
Big one.
I mean, it got everybody watching in Nigeria.
Surprisingly, to be fair, done that. It was a little bit different to Big Brother because it's a little bit more scripted.
I know, and then you're talking about a relationship, and then you're getting somebody's nurse, you have a therapy.
Yeah, all that type of stuff. So, like, Big Brother is like, I said, it's a completely social experiment, so you're in the house with different people. So that I couldn't really plan for. You don't really know the characters that's going to be on there. You don't really know how you're going to act. I know some people come in there and want to do certain things, but in the moment, it's really hard to follow through whatever script you have because people will bring out different things inside of you.
Yeah. Okay, now, so this is very interesting and funny to me. I've never dated a twin before in my life. I've never had a relationship with a twin. But when you now have like an identical twin and then you're attracted to one of them, are you sure one day you will not just go and mistake one for... Tell me about that. Was there a mistake? How do you know Wani and what was the difference?
So obviously at the beginning, like, I mean, I've never dated for twins before. I don't know if I've ever been friends with like female twins before, but it was my first time. Obviously when I first came to the house, it was quite difficult to get the difference between both, even though they had the name tags.
Oh, yeah,
was
that's
still-
right. But if they're like coming from behind or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very difficult. But I think when you're in the house with them day in, day out, it's like we see each other bare face. Everybody's no makeup, none of that type of stuff. So I see little differences. Now it's
Have you made a mistake before?
I made it like a few mistakes in the house.
So what was that mistake?
I think one time I mistakenly touched like I was a bit too cuddly thinking it was the other one. And I realized, I was like, oh, sorry, my bad. But she laughed about it.
It's just like just
my
running into one
goodness.
twin and kissing the, and then you
Yes.
just realize
You
that
don't see
this is
your
my girlfriend.
boyfriend
Oh my
or
god,
girlfriend, like-
that would be so awkward.
But I think
would be
they were used to that type of
weird.
stuff happening, so they knew it was not intentional. So, but after I made like maybe 1, 2 mistakes, and after I'm like maybe making sure that it's the right one, you know. But now I can tell the difference.
Oh wow.
So there was a lot of friction in the house, especially between the twins and a lot of people. And then people now saying you guys were like a group together because you were like the, what name will I call you? You were like the third person in the clique and you were always with them. How are you able to deal with that? Because every time someone is always expecting you to take sides, especially when there's an issue with someone who is your friend. Especially the issue with Victoria.
Yeah.
How did you handle that?
I think because everybody's as adults, I try and be like the neutral part, especially when it has nothing to do with me. So I'm not really trying to take any sides. I would see it from like an objective view. If I feel like you're wrong, I'll tell you you're wrong. Whether you're my friend or you're the person that I'm with or whoever, I'll just tell you that, okay, I don't like how you operated. But in the moment, they can all fight themselves and do whatever they need to do. I'll stay back and watch. And in the end, I might just go to the person and be like, yo, I think you overstepped or you were wrong or whatever the case is. And if they want to take my advice, then cool. If they don't want to, fair enough.
And I think that you're quite emotional because perhaps I should say that you wear your heart on your sleeves.
Yeah.
Because you cried a couple of times. Like,
Did,
Once.
especially
No, I don't know about a couple once.
for somebody, for a guy
Yeah.
to express himself like that, because you know, in this part of the world, they'll say, buckle up, you're a man. You shouldn't.
I think I remember when, I don't know what week it was, but I remember it was towards the middle part, I think. But it wasn't really to do with anything specifically. There was a lot happening because obviously I started off the show, was rocky with my partner a little bit. Then I also had to do with Wani's emotions. I had to also do with my emotions. Then I had to do with Big Brother doing his own things to me, a little 1 or 2. So it was like, it was a lot for me to do with. So, and usually when you're someone who doesn't necessarily express emotions in the most like, maybe as conventionally as women would express emotions, maybe being sad or crying or whatever the case is, you might forget that you have your own personal emotions as well. You know, I'm someone who doesn't really sulk too much. I just kind of get on with it. But it just got too much that time. And when I went to the diary room, I think Big Brother spoke to me in a certain way that I felt like I was speaking to my older brother or like my dad or something
I
like that.
get it.
So I was just like, oh, mate, I just had to release.
You just broke down there.
Yes, and then I wiped it off and then got back to business.
So that was like a me time for you.
Yeah, it was a mini as to get through. Like it was refreshing, just restart
I get
reboost
it.
myself.
That's
you know, so-
nice. So now, coming out of the house and realizing, seeing everything, all the pairs being unpaired, how did you feel about that? Did you have a premonition that was going to happen at any time?
I mean, they said like one person was going to win the money, you know. I mean, well, I saw the prize one and I was like, it's not a lot for 2 people, so I wonder what they're going to do. So I had made a possibility that maybe they will. You know, there's so many different twists and turns in these games. So when they did, I was like, okay, cool, fair enough. But, you know, I didn't know who was going to win in the end, but I was happy that my people's kind of got to the finals.
Interesting. Okay, now, you know what? So let's just check out his clip while in the house or when he got even evicted from the house. Stay here with us. Weeks, that was a good run.
Yes, it was.
I went on a foot, I've lasted 8 weeks, so I'm proud
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm really proud of you. I mean,
Yes.
it's something like that's big. Of course, everybody was looking forward to like winning something.
Yeah,
Of course.
Yeah, I understand.
So watching all of that, what part of the house do you miss? What is that memorable time that you always remember? You always say, I miss this.
I think because I'm such like a competitive guy, like in everything.
Yeah.
I probably miss like the sponsor task.
Oh.
Because that was like when I was locked in. Like I wanted to win. If I had like 100 sponsor tasks, I wanted to win like 102. Like I wanted to win everything, you know. So like waking up every day and knowing that you have a competition today, outside of just the competition of trying to win the money.
So how many
That
did you
was good.
win?
I think I won like 7, which is not a lot compared to what some people won. But I mean, I tried. You know what I mean?
Hey, you tried.
Interesting. So I saw a clip online. I think it was a party of some sort, and when it was all dressed up, like after the show, after the reality show, when you guys got out, and then you were standing somewhere beside her. She was talking to somebody, and the way you were looking at her, I'm like, I want a guy that will be looking at me like, you know what? You are the finest thing I've seen in my life. Where have you been all my life? That was how it looks to me. So I really want to know, what's it looking like, this relationship? What's happening from here? What's happening?
I think obviously I've seen how people call it ships previous seasons, you know. They come out, they want to do their thing, you know. For us, we've like done it quite differently. We just want no pressure. Like no one should be like heavily invested that, oh yeah, you know, we were gonna get married or whatever. We want to take it as easy and as organic as possible. How we done it in the house. And obviously it flowed naturally. We will literally reach out pretty much like every day apart from when we fought. So it's pretty much gonna be the same on the outside, and then even if it doesn't work out, we'll still be in each other's lives. You know
I
what
love
so
it.
it's never gonna be any
Nice.
like bad blood or nothing like that. And like I said, anything can happen, so we'll see.
See you guys together is so cute.
Yeah.
But talking about being cute, somebody else called you cute.
All right, so I interviewed Toke here on the Instagram Splash. And so I said, Toke, I asked her, I said, Toke, the other time you went into the house, when you were leaving, you mentioned Shaun. I mean, I didn't get it very well, but I know that when she was about getting to that door, she just said something to Wani and said something Shaun. And I said, Toke, what did you mean? And she said, oh my God, like she has a crush on you, like Shaun is so fine. I could actually look for that clip and play for you. It's online. And she said on the show, and I hope that you'd really see it. I mean, she said, Shaun, if you're watching, I mean,
Call
she did like
me.
this. And so did you get any part of that?
No, I think I saw that. Obviously, I was there. I witnessed it. But I think people took it more seriously than she. Do you know what I mean? I think she's kind of like.
No, she just finds you very
Yeah, I think she's.
So she just likes you naturally.
I think she's probably likes my character in the house
Yes,
and
and she
whatnot,
said that she's actually a very shy person.
Yes,
but she just said, oh my
is.
God, like, yeah, Shaun, like.
But even on the outside, a lot of people say, have you seen this Toke? Have you seen this? I'm like,
Exactly. So have
like-
you seen her?
Have you seen her afterwards?
No, we haven't bumped into each other, but I'm sure we will. But like one thing I do, I respect her for coming in and like speaking her mind, even if I know it's all parts of entertainment and all that type of stuff. Like,
And then she
I-
came back to give you a hug.
yeah, I respect her, especially she's doing her thing in the industry as well. So to get that kind of like stamp when I came in,
Oh, that's so
something
sweet.
that I appreciated it. Like I said, she's an attractive woman. Everybody knows that she's very beautiful. So to get that also reassurance that, oh, someone else who's attractive is great. So I take these things with a pinch of salt. I don't think she'd be
I
too
get
serious
it.
about
we
obviously,
understand.
it's all love from my end.
So we've been talking about relationships since, and then you guys, Kelly Ray threw a bombshell in the house. How did you feel when you came out of the house and realized that he was married to Cassia? Not that they were even dating.
I felt two things. So when I first came out of the house, obviously people were asking me about like the strategy, and 'cause I just found out. I didn't know. In the house, I was always kind of like defending them, not necessarily to their face, but to other people, because I thought I didn't see the whole married thing.
Oh, wow.
But I'm not the closest with them in the
Okay.
house, so I probably wasn't the best person to ask. So when I came out, I felt like, right, I was fooled, you know. So I felt a little bit silly. And then towards the end of my meeting rounds, and just understanding the whole picture, I was like, fair enough, it's a good strategy. I mean, it wasn't necessarily something that I would do.
Yeah.
Everybody has different ways they'll come and do their different strategy, and they won, so I can't really fault them. And other than that, like, as people in the house, like, they are actually good people. I mean, they don't really cause any commotion. They're super chill, nice people. Even how he's done his media rounds, like, he's just a classy guy. I mean, so
Interesting, interesting. So from here, what's the plan? What's next? We said you're a model, you're an actor, and you're an expert in going on reality shows. What exactly do we look forward to?
Yeah, so I've got quite a few things going on. So I've got a clothing line coming out. I'm gonna launch.
Nice.
Got a karaoke bar. You get like karaoke?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so I've got a karaoke bar in VI called Shaun's Karaoke Bar and Lounge. Pretty much open every day from 4 p.m. So that's going on as well. Also going to do some acting as well. Work with different brands.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So, and also I want to go back into sports as well. Like, obviously I have a sports background, play football. So,
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
so I want to go back into sports. Not necessarily playing, but I want to be involved in sports in some way. Maybe, I'm having some conversations about sports maybe.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, it was really, really lovely having you on the show. Thank you so much for coming on the show. And guys, here's this week's reminder that happiness is free.
President General
among the nation.
After all, happiness is free. When
Yes,
I
it
discovered
is.
That song is actually a gospel song.
Yes.
That it turned into a party song. I was
President
wowed.
General.
All right, we've really had an exciting show
Yes,
with Shaun
we
here,
had.
of course, and we've had a good run throughout the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I've done this with the beautiful Lady Kath. My name is Honeypot, and of course, don't forget that all our videos are right there on YouTube.
Yep.
So you can just engage yourself with that, and we'll be back stronger and better on Monday. Until then, you take care of yourself. Be in your lane and mind your business. Drink a lot of water. It's very, very important. It's good for your kidney. All right, now, thank you so much, Shaun, for coming on
Thanks
the
for
show.
coming.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.